by DuPont, makers of better things for better living through chemistry. Nearly everything in our daily lives is improved by chemistry. From transportation to the clothes we wear. Chemistry helps bring us better food, makes our homes more beautiful, more comfortable, helps protect our health, and adds to the enjoyment of our leisure time. Now, tonight's story on the DuPont Theater.
What's the sense of throwing things?
It's my nature to throw things.
Well, can't you change your nature?
My nature was all right until my two girls up and left me. Just when they got to be a little hep around the house, they went and got married.
I gotta charge you for what you break.
Well, why should a couple of strangers get all the good out of them?
So what do you expect your girls to do? Stay around and tend after you until they're old and nobody wants them?
Well, they gotta have somebody cook and clean for me and a man's own flesh and blood.
Couldn't you hire somebody?
Hire somebody? A man with 3 grown children hire somebody? Well, that ain't natural. You sort of was dependent on my son Slate, but...
Well, he's of an age to get married.
Yeah, but he didn't have to marry a Thornton. The boy's going to get married. Why didn't he marry somebody I could take a little pride in so I could bring him in the house and could live like family?
Free kitchen help, that's what she'd be.
Well, I'd naturally expect her to do the woman's work.
Seems to me we just don't get the kind of women we used to get.
That's a fact. They just don't seem to know the place no more. But my Amy wasn't like that. Why, she'd no more think of letting me set hand to broom than she'd sit down at the table before I finished eating.
Never should have given them the vote. That's what started the trouble.
You know, in a way, I'm glad Emmy never lived to see how my children treated me. I'm going to die in that house some night all by myself with nobody there to tend me.
Slate and Rowena, I need a place to live.
That ain't none of my affair.
They might live with you.
I'd sooner burn the house down, with me inside it.
What have you got against that girl?
She's a Thornton. Slate didn't have to marry so low.
That was chicken gumbo, 18 cents.
Didn't break.
It got dented.
I don't pay for dents.
If you're gonna throw, you're gonna pay. Mock turtle, 18.
Good evening. We need a place to stay.
I get troubles enough taking care of myself. Thought I'd start taking in strangers.
I'm no stranger.
Well, what she means, Pa, is that we got married.
I know what you done.
We've got no place to stay but here.
Well, you ain't got here.
We'll pay.
How?
Slate's got a job. Of course, we haven't got any money now, but I'll work out our first week's keep. Then we'll pay cash.
She's right handy. She cooks well.
Well, you know, I'm too soft. It's always been my trouble. No wonder people always walk all over me.
We'll take the upstairs room if that's all right.
Hey, son. What's in there?
Her clothes and things.
Good things. Don't you think she ought to carry them?
Well, this is a little heavy.
It's the principle of the thing.
Well, I don't mind carrying it.
Ain't a question what you mind. It's a question of breaking her in right. Now you go on, son. I'll help you with it.
Morning, Pa.
Morning. That ain't my cup.
Oh, honey, he's got his own
She
special...
can fetch it. It's the big one on the shelf there.
It's dirty.
Wash it.
Here, honey, I'll do it.
She can wash a cup. You'll get used to the right way of doing things. Morley women don't eat with their men.
Thornton women do.
This ain't a Thornton house.
Well, what he means is, you can eat later.
I just as lief eat now.
Honey, goodbye, honey. Bye, Paul.
Bye, Slate.
Slate! Slate! Slate, you've got your lunch.
Oh. Thank you. Don't cross him.
I can take care of him.
Well, you know, he's got sort of a temper.
Don't worry. I've lived with Thorntons all my life, remember?
Goodbye.
Bye.
My pipe and tobacco must be around here somewheres. You catch on.
I expect. When was the last time you could see out these windows?
Well, what's to see we've seen. But if you want to clean them up a bit, it won't hurt. Music's slowing down.
Needs cranking.
Well, crank it. Always did rightly like music. Good music.
Let me have that.
It ain't up to Slate to tote that wood. That's a woman's work.
I didn't ask him.
Gonna get you to do the cooking, too? You tired?
Some. Hey, you can see out.
Oh, yeah, she's a good cleaner.
Yeah, she's real pretty, too, ain't she, Paul?
Yeah, but that don't last. It's work and wellness that lasts. Now that I'm full of wood you lugged in tonight, you done that out of pure kindness. Tomorrow you'll be doing it out of pure habit.
Well, she looked tired. She'd been working hard.
Housework is something a woman's born to.
Well, I know, Paul, but just I don't like to see her looking so tired.
Yeah, I know how you feel. I felt the same way when your mother came to me as a bride, but I rose above it and she made me a good wife. No man could ask for better.
Yeah, but she was old before her time.
Now, that's when a woman's at her best, when she's seasoned. The good you get out of a woman is all a question of how she's been broke in.
Well, I know, but Rowena, she ain't like a hunting dog, something you train.
Your Uncle Alan said the same thing when he married that Hinkle girl. Look at him now. Why, he don't even dare to draw a deep breath lest me ask Gertrude if it's all right.
Well, Rowena, she ain't like that.
They all like that.
Supper's ready. I'll eat it afterwards.
You can set for the blessing. Oh, Lord, we humbly thank thee for this food we're about to receive.
We will return to our play right after tonight's story of DuPont Chemistry.
This young lady is off to keep an important date. But there goes her neat timetable. A flat tire. Today, you can get extra protection against tire failure with strong, dependable nylon cord tires. You see, the strength of a tire depends on the strength of its cords. They're the lifelines of your tires. Punctures are only one cause of a flat tire. Let me show you 4 other common causes of tire failure. The first is flexing, which we'll show you in slow motion. Your tires flex more than 500,000 times every 1,000 miles. The cords have to be tough to take the strain, and nylon is tough. The second is impact. In this test, ordinary tires develop dangerous body breaks after a few hours. Nylon cord tires last 15 to 20 times longer. The third cause of tire failure is heat. With today's higher driving speeds, nylon cord tires have less tendency to heat up. In laboratory tests at 90 miles an hour, nylon cord tires ran 48 degrees cooler than ordinary tires. Now, the fourth cause is moisture, which can seep through a cut in the tire and weaken the cords. This is ordinary tire cord, which has been moistened. I'll dip it again in colored water so you can see what happens. See how easily it breaks at the wet spot? This is a moistened nylon cord. Again, we'll dip it in colored water. It's too tough for me. Water has little effect on nylon. Nylon cord tires are the result of cooperative research and testing by DuPont and leading tire companies. They cost very little more than ordinary tires, and they give you and your family priceless extra protection. The nylon fiber that goes into tire cords is another quality product of DuPont research that brings you better things for better living through chemistry.
And now back to the DuPont Theater.
Howdy, mate.
Yes. Afternoon, man.
Well, you're sure full of yourself.
Looks like you put on some weight.
It's a fact I have started up a bit. All I needed was a week's good cooking. I'm training that girl right. Slate's going to thank me for it. Here's a list of some kitchen things for her. Well, Minna, meet me halfway. That's all I ask. I ain't got an unreasonable bone in my body. Back, huh? Well, by the look of you, expect you spent your week's wages in town.
No, not exactly.
Not quite. We saved enough for next week's board and lodging.
Oh, there ain't no need to pay.
We said we'll pay, we'll pay.
Well, if you're so rich, let's have it. I'm hungry. I want my supper now.
We ate in town.
Well, I didn't.
What she means is, we're paying now.
I don't want your money. I want my supper.
There's cold beans and cornbread in the kitchen.
She means, you can fix it yourself.
Last week, I was the hired girl. Now, I'm a paying guest. Tired. I think I'll go get into bed now.
Me too.
ain't got no place. I ain't got no fork, no coffee, nothing. I ain't got nothing to eat. I want my breakfast.
I'm sorry, but this is our food.
Now, you listen to me. This is my house.
And we're paying to sleep and eat in it. Now, if there's anything left after we've finished, why, you can have it.
Well, I ain't no confounded hound dog a-waiting around for table scraps. I live here. I got some rights.
Nobody's disputing your rights. What you help to fix, you can eat.
It's a woman's job to do the fixing.
All right, then. I'll fix for me and Slate. And I won't lift a finger for nobody else.
Well, there ain't nobody else, only me.
Well, she means you.
Oh, now, I think we'd better hurry. We'll be late for church.
Forgot to feed the dog.
Don't come back, and don't ever set foot in my property again, the both of you.
Well, we paid for a week.
And what she means is we'll be back.
Thanks for coming, Jeb.
It was a fine sermon, Parson.
Thank you, thank you. Goodbye. Thanks for coming. Congratulations, Slate.
Well, thank you, Parson.
Link, you got yourself a pretty new daughter.
Looks that way.
Mighty fine couple. You got a lot of blessings to count.
Ain't counted them lately.
Why don't you take dinner with us, Parson?
Oh, that'd be mighty nice. I'd like that.
Say, if you don't mind, I'll run ahead. I got a few things to tend to.
She's a mighty good cook, Parson.
I imagine she is. I'll get my hat. Howdy, Link.
Welcome, Parson.
Here, I'll hang your hat, Parson.
Oh, thanks.
Now, if you'll just come set, Parson, why, we'll fix a real nice supper.
Oh, that'll be wonderful, Rowena.
Daddy. Daddy, could I speak to you for a minute?
There's one thing I'm thankful for, and I'll rise to glory of shouting it. I ain't your daddy.
You're my father-in-law.
Through no fault of mine. What's that for?
It's your mess. Daddy.
Don't keep calling me that.
You want to eat, don't you?
It don't make much difference what I want. Strangers move into my house and take over like they own the place. All comes of putting women in the government. It's wicked and unnatural. Now we're all going to pay for it. asked my Emmy to be in the government, she'd run you off of the place. I got a man to take care of, and the children, she'd say. Emmy was all woman.
Wish I'd have known her.
You might have learned something.
Yes, I think I would have.
When it come to principle, Emmy was as strong as iron. Of course, she got that from me.
Slate took after his mother.
None of the children took after me, but that wasn't Emmy's fault. She would have done better if she could.
I'm going to fix a real nice dinner. Look, there's no reason why we all can't get along together.
Well, don't blame me. I'm the easiest fella in the world to get along with. Everybody knows that. Sunday ain't Sunday without frying a chicken, is it?
I hope you like it.
I'm sure I will. What's that for?
When it's a matter of principle, I am like iron.
Don't you ever give up.
Paul, we're fixing to have dinner in here. Rowena, she said for you to come on in and eat.
I'll eat when I get the notion.
Well, she's fixing cream gravy.
Look, the hills is full of young girls. Why couldn't you have picked... Well, why her?
Well, she's pretty nice once you get to know her.
It seems you could at least have thought of me. It ain't much to ask of a boy you raised for nothing. Did you ever stop and think of the money I've spent on you?
Well, Paul, wasn't my idea you having kids.
Thornton talk. I never seen the like. How a Thornton can take the natural truth and twist it.
You must be hungry.
I ain't had no solid food since yesterday noon.
Well, you know where the broom is.
Where's Link?
Oh, he run into some work that he hasn't got around to yet.
Oh.
Would you favor us with a blessing, Parson?
We had a real nice dinner.
I'm glad to hear it.
We missed you.
Well, you've finally done it. Got me down to the level of the dog.
He was asked to the table.
I was asked to broom the floor.
You can help out. Slate helps out.
I ain't Slade, I'm me.
There's no sense in throwing things.
It eases me. Some people probably deserve the kind of children they get, but not me. I deserve better. I'd almost think the good Lord was punishing me if I didn't know he didn't have nothing to give me.
You can't complain about your children. Slate stood by you, and the girls send you money.
Yeah, when they think of it, sometimes.
Minna says they send it the first of every month.
You can't argue with a Thornton. There ain't no use in trying.
I'm no longer a Thornton. I'm a Morley.
Only in name, not blood.
The babies will all be Morleys. Wouldn't you like some grandbabies around the house?
Morley and a Thornton. Now, what kind of an unnatural thing could that be?
The first girl. We got her name all picked out. Emmy. Wouldn't you like that? Another Emmy to hold again and love? have to go?
I'm afraid I must. But thanks for a very lovely dinner. I think it was one of the most...
Oh, some dishes got broke this morning, and Link must be sweeping them up.
Oh, that's nice. Everybody helps out, huh? That's real nice.
I'll get your hat.
Thanks again.
Come again.
Goodbye.
All my life, I never done such a thing.
Well, it ain't so hard once you get the hang of it. Come sit, and I'll fix your supper. I'm getting some new dishes tomorrow.
She means not to throw.
Don't tell me what she means. I'd like a cup of coffee. You get some handy?
There's the greatest plenty. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
It really don't make no difference.
Oh, no. You want your cup? I'll get it. Would you say the blessings? It's your house.
Thank you, Lord.
Here's news from DuPont about a product for your better living. What happens when a designer of quality silverware gets an idea, an entirely new concept in sterling flatware, a contrast of color and texture in every piece, soft, dull black, say, to offset the gleaming silver? What happened? The manufacturer was interested. What material could DuPont suggest for the handles that would be as durable and easy to care for as silver itself? That would, for example, withstand extremely hot water of an automatic dishwasher. DuPont suggested that the manufacturer mold the handles of Seiter nylon resin. And in use, Seiter has proved excellent. This beautiful new silverware is one more result of DuPont's continuing cooperation with manufacturers large and small to bring you better things for better living through chemistry. This was a Don W. Sharp, Warren Lewis production. Next week on DuPont Theater, see the strange revenge of an American prisoner of war in Return of the Bombardier, starring Skip Homeyer. Brought to you by the DuPont Company of Wilmington, Delaware, makers of better things for better living through chemistry.